Hi everyone and welcome back to a C++ class. So let us continue the journey to learn a friend function in C++ programming language. In our previous video sessions, we have covered how to declare and how to define the friend function in order to access the private data of any of the class. In today's session, we are expanding the concept of a friend functions and you will learn how a member function of one class can be the friend of other class. So let us understand with the help of an example. For example, we have a class A that contains a member function that is access data. So this is a member function of a class A. Now we have a class B. We have declared some data as private inside it. Now what is our concept? Our concept is we are trying to access this private information of class B inside this function access data that is a member function of a class A. So let us see, will this function access data be able to access the private data of class B or not? So let us add a definition of it. So you know very well how to add the definition of a function outside the class. So simply you will use a return type, then you will write a name of the class. So this is a class A, then you will write a function name access data. Inside it, you will pass an object of a class B as a reference, or as a value also you can pass this object inside this function. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to access the value of data that is a private data of class B inside a member function of class A. So let us do object dot data and let us see what is the error here. So here you can see compiler is showing error, and what is the error? The member data. You can see the member data, that is data is a private defined inside class B. So member data inside class B is inaccessible. Why it is inaccessible? Because it is private inside class B and this data will not be accessible outside the class in any case. So how this member function of class A will access the data of class B? So we have only one case. If you will define or declare this access data function the friend of class B, then only you can access the private data of class B inside a member function of class A. So how to define this access data function that is a member function of class A is a friend of class B. So declaring a friend function, declaring a friend function. So you know very well how to declare a friend function. So friend function is declared using a friend keyword, and how a member function of a class will be declared as a friend of another class. So you will use a friend keyword, then you will use a function return type. So here the function return type is what? Int. Then you will write the name of a class. The class name is A. Then you will write scope resolution operator. Then you will write the name of a function access data and a semicolon. Now this function access data, this access data function of class A become the friend of class B. Now, in this case, this access data can access the private data of class B. So what is this? This is a function. It is a friend of class B, class B, and now can access the private data of class B, right? So this is a concept. You can see here, this is the concept to make a friend. So this access data now become the friend of class B, right? So now you can see here, this is not showing any error. Now inside this access data, the data is accessible. So let us come to the main function. So here we have created an object of class B, and let us create an object of class A. This is object of class A, and you know very well this function access data belongs to the class A. So you will call definitely object A dot access data, or inside it, you will pass an object of a class B here, right? So now this is done. Let us run this program and you will see what is the output of it. So here you can see what is the error. The error is cannot convert B to int this. So we have multiple error. Let us see what is the source of error here. So here you can see it is showing the first error that B has not been declared. The class B has not been declared. So let us see what is the error and how to resolve it. So you can see here inside a class A, we are using a class B. So it is the error means the class, what is the class B where it is declared? So simply you can use a like a forward declaration. So that is, we have declared a class B that is known as forward declaration, right? So now I think this is over. The program doesn't have any error right now. You can see we don't have any error. Okay, so let us run this program and you will see what is the output of it. So let us see what is the error. Okay, so let us see what is the error now. So it is showing no return statement in function returning non-void. Let us see. So what we are doing here, this access data is returning an integer value. So we can return an integer value from here. So you can simply write return object dot data. We can return, or inside the main function, we can just display this output, right? So here you can display the output, that is data, or you can just return this value, right? So it is showing. Let us see now it is working or not. So I hope it is perfectly fine. So now you can see the data is equal 10. So this is a way, guys, a member function of a one class can access the private data of another class. The only way is you can make this function as a friend of another class. So you can understand or you can access the data. So let us understand the same concept with a different real life analogy. So let us move to the real life analogy of it. Okay, so you know very well, let us understand the use case of it. For example, we have a bank and a loan department. So you know very well, the loan department cannot directly access the private data or the private account balance of a particular customer. So, but we can define a check eligibility function, right? We can define a check eligibility function that is a part of a, or that is a member of a loan department. So this function, we can provide a special access to the bank account data. So this check eligibility function that is a member of a loan department and can be a friend of a customer account or can access the private information. So this function can access the private informations and we can provide this function as a friendship that can be the friend of a different class in order to check the eligibility for the loan or not. So let us understand how to implement this application with the help of a programming example. Okay, so here we have a loan department. It have a check eligibility that is a member function of a loan department. It has a function. We have one more class that is a bank account that have private informations like account holder name and the balance of it. But you know very well, this loan department class doesn't have a direct access to use a private information of a customer account details. So what can we do? We can create a member function inside loan department and we can make this function as a friend of a bank account class so that this function can check the eligibility of a particular customer. Will he or she will grant a loan or not? So how will you make this function as a friend of a bank account class? So simply you can provide or grant a friendship to a specific member function of a loan department. So simply you will use a return type. The class name is a loan department, right? The class name is a loan department. Then you will use a scope resolution operator, and definitely you are making a friend function. So first you will use a friend keyword, right? Then you will use a void, then class name, and here you will write the name of the function, check eligibility, and the semicolon, right? So this is a function, check eligibility, that is a member function of a class loan department, now become a friend of a bank account. So now this function can access the private information of a bank account class. So how will this function access the private information? So here we will define this function outside of a particular class. So you will use a return type, then you will write the class name, loan department. You will use a semicolon and you will write the function definition. Inside it, you can write the definition of it. Okay. Okay, so we have added the definition of a check eligibility function, that is a member of a loan department class. Now you can see this check eligibility function become a friend of a bank account class using this syntax. Now it can access its private information like a balance, account holder name, right? So we are just checking his eligibility. So let us complete the definition of a main function. So inside a main function, you will create an object of a bank account. For example, this is account 1, or inside it, you are just defining some name like Amit, account name, and you can set up some balance, like a balance is 8,000. In the similar way, you can create one more object, like this is account 2. You can provide some different name like Rohit. It has some account details like 3,000, right? Now you will create an object of a loan department. Loan department, you will create an object of it. And using this function, you can call, that is loan dot check eligibility, or you will pass the customer details like account 1. It will check the eligibility of both the accounts. So in the similar way, we will check for account 2, right? So guys, this program is completed now. Let us run this program and you will see what is the output of it, right? So right click on it, you will run this code. And here, let us see what is the error. Again, the same error. What is the error it is showing? The error it is showing, you have to declare the bank account. So we have to declare the forward declaration. This is a bank account class you need to declare here, right? So here inside the loan department, you are using a bank account. So here you will simply use or declare this class. This is known as a forward declaration. Forward declaration. So that is mandatory, because inside this class, we are not able to understand. Compiler will not recognize what is this class. So let us save it and run it again, and you will see what is the output of it. So here you can see Amit is eligible for loan and Rohit is not eligible for loan as per the logic we have added inside it. Okay. So guys, this is about the friend concept, friend member concepts, how to create a member function of one class that will become as a friend of another class in order to access the details of different class. So guys, I hope you understand this logic. So please do the practice of it and write in the comments and tell me you understand this concept or not. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now. Have a great day.